Okay, let's have a look at question 2. This is a fraction question. I need to give my final answer as a mixed number, and the question is also given to me as a mixed number. So step 1 is to convert it into a top-heavy fraction. Let's do that. So I've got 5 times 1 is 5, plus the 3 gives me 8. So that fraction gives me 8 over 5. Okay, that I need to add to 2 1/4, so change that to top heavy fraction. 4 times 2 is 8, plus the 1 gives me 9, so that's 9 over 4. Okay, with fractions, we must have a common denominator before I can actually do any adding. The easiest way to get that is just to multiply the two denominators together. 5 times 4 gives me 20. Okay, now I've got to give the corresponding numerators. So think to yourself, what did you do to 5 to get 20? We times it by 4. So I must do the equivalent thing to the numerator. 4 times 8 gives me 32. Right, looking at the other fraction, what did I do to the 4 to get the 20? I've obviously multiplied it by 5. So the 9 needs to be multiplied by 5, gets me 45. Okay, that's what I'm working with. We're adding them, so don't forget to add them for your final answer. 32 plus 45 is 77, and that's over 20. That's not a mixed number, so I need to do one more thing. Let's see, 20 goes into 77 how many times? That's 3, nicely. That would give me 60. What is my remainder from 77? That's 17, and that's over 20. So I'd write it's a big 3, 17 over 20. That's my final answer there. Right, 2B, that is a show question. Okay, so they've given me the answer, which means I've got to get there. Okay, so again, I've got a mixed number, so let's change that. 3 times 2 is 6, plus the 2 gives me 8 divided by 3, or 8/3. That is divided by 6, right? With division, neat little trick. We want to keep the first fraction. I'm going to change the dividing sign into a times sign. And we're going to flip the second fraction. Now, 6 isn't currently as a fraction, but I can think of that as 6 over 1. And it'll make it easier for me to do. So flipping the 6 over 1, that'll give me 1 over 6. The changing the divide to a times is going to give me multiplication sign. Keep the 8/3 exactly as it is, and that's what I'm doing. Now, multiplying fractions is super easy. You just literally multiply the tops and you multiply the bottoms. Before you do that, it might be worth thinking if you can cross cancel, and here I can, because 8 and 6, we have a common multiple of 2. I'm going to divide them by that common multiple. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 6 divided by 2 is 3. And all that does, it gives me nicer numbers, and I don't need to multiply big numbers in my head. 4 times 1 is 4. 3 times 3 is 9. And that's what we needed to show. So job done.